Yellow Jacket Hockey is on the air from Westman Arena on the campus of the University of Wisconsin-Superior, where this afternoon the Yellow Jacket women are going to try to close the regular season with their third consecutive win as they play host to the Buccaneers from Beloit College. Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Yellow Jacket Hockey on Yellow Jacket TV, an affiliate of the WIAC Sports Network. I am John Garber, and last night here at Westman Arena, the Yellow Jackets won their second consecutive game for the first time this season. It wasn't easy, though, despite shooting Beloit by a margin of 48-5. In the hockey game, the Yellow Jackets only won by a score of 1-0. The only goal coming at 8:14 of the second period, an absolute beauty from Kendall Gustafson. Dangled her way around the defender, went in alone on the goaltender and lifted a shot over the glove hand. Her seventh of the season. That was the one goal in the hockey game for the Yellow Jackets last night. Yellow Jackets in the gray sweaters today with the black and gold trim will be going from left to right across your screen here in period number one. Regular season finale at Westman Arena this afternoon, and we're very happy to have you along for the ride. Anna Scherling stepping in to take the face-off for the Yellow Jackets, and we are underway. The opening face-off sponsored by Barker's Island Inn, Northern Wisconsin's Island Getaway. The puck is in the neutral zone. Beloit will take control, and they'll send it down into Yellow Jacket territory. Maddie Wastrel, the starter between the pipes once again for the Yellow Jackets. Relatively untested yesterday. Again, only 5 saves for her in earning the shutout, her second shutout on the campaign. Beloit sends the puck down into the Yellow Jacket zone. It comes up on the left wing. Addison Fee chips it ahead for Anna Scherling. Then it's turned over. Shot from the right circle off the stick of Addison Grolke, deflected wide. Yellow Jackets play it up to the line now and come to center 3-on-1. It gets past Anna Scherling and comes all the way down. Icing waved off, so the Jackets will start a line change here. And Beloit will come back on the attack at center. Kylie Schreier, the top scorer for the Buccaneers on the left wing. Played it toward the front of the Yellow Jacket net. But that one doesn't go. Now the Jackets are going to be forced to regroup a little bit here. Coming away with it is Fee. She throws that ahead to center. It's going to come all the way down, but it'll be on goal. And Madison Bliss will drop down and cover. Bliss making her second consecutive start. She started last night and finished the evening with 47 saves and was easily the best player on the ice for either squad. Making her 13th appearance on the season, she's 1-9. Has a 4.79 goals against average and an .891 save percentage. Saw that save percentage jump up a few points with that performance last night. Beloit playing the puck into the Yellow Jacket zone. It's going to bounce around a little bit here on the left wing and then play down toward the left corner. Kennedy Grolke there. Pushes it behind the Yellow Jacket net. Julia Fussy forces it to the left side of the net. They score! Fussy from behind the net. Tried to throw it in front, and it goes off of a Yellow Jacket defender and in. At 90 seconds into the hockey game, Beloit has the lead. Third goal of the season for Julia Fussy. The Jackets got a little ragged defensively there. Allowed Beloit to walk around a little bit below the goal line, and the Buccaneers have the early lead. Their first goal since February 3rd. They had been shut out in 3 consecutive games before that.
Beloit with number 4, Julia Fussy. Assisting on that goal was number 23, Claire Dixon, and number 21, Kennedy Grolke.
So Dixon and Grolke getting the assists on the goal by Fussy. I apologize for saying Fussy. Julia Fussy with the goal. And Beloit has the early lead. They have the puck right now as well. Inside their own blue line, it's chipped ahead by Fianne Makala. The Yellow Jackets will intercept and dump it back down into the Beloit zone. On the left wing, it's cleared out into the neutral zone. Now it's going to come all the way down the ice. Maddie Wastrel guiding it to the right wing corner. Picked up there by Taylor Marks. She plays it in front of the goal for Carrick. Now ahead to Jalen Wharton. It's going to hop off her stick and be played back down into the Yellow Jacket zone. Picked up behind the net now. Taylor Marks passes it ahead on the right wing. That's going to be intercepted. And Beloit will come away with it once again on the left wing boards. Mackenzie Kostiuk. Jackets break that one and send it back the other way. Jalen Wharton giving chase. Comes all the way down. Icing will be waved off on the play, and Claire Dixon has it here for Beloit. Dixon picks up speed as she comes up the right wing. Knocked off the puck in the neutral zone by Gabby Olsen of the Yellow Jackets. Now Riley Avalar has it here. She crosses the red line and comes into the Beloit zone right circle. That shot gets blocked. Addison Fee trying to settle the puck down as it was caught up in her skates. Now Gustafson for the Yellow Jackets has it, but it's going to be poked off her stick, and that's going to come back out to neutral ice. On the right wing, Gustafson has it for the Jackets here. Slides it into the middle now. A shot by Addison Fee, kicked away by Bliss. Picked up behind the net by Ludwig. Turning it over, Fee turns around and shoots. That's going to miss wide of the mark. Sherling centers, just out of the reach of Kendall Gustafson, and Beloit will come back the other way with it here. Playing it off the right wing boards out into the neutral zone. Avalar's got it here, and she'll dump it back into the Beloit zone. It comes around behind the goal. Driven back around to the left wing side. Eiley Dahl comes off the bench and is able to break up that play. Passes it down to the right corner for Parnell. She gets upended, play continuing on. Dahl behind the net. Has the puck poke checked off her stick. Comes around to the right wing side, and Steiner has it here. Stacey Steiner gets knocked down, and that's going to be a penalty on Beloit. Delayed penalty call on the Buccaneers. Meanwhile, Eiley Dahl from the left circle takes a shot. Bliss makes the save. Goaltender Wastrel is out. Extra attacker on. Parnell left circle a shot. Bliss makes the save on that, and we get the stoppage in play. And the penalty call forthcoming. It's going to be April Vaki going to the box. Body checking the call. On the men's side, it's a clean check. On this side, it's a penalty. Time of that penalty, 4:19. Yellow Jacket is going to the power play for the first time. This power play sponsored by Superior Water, Light, and Power. Clean, reliable, Superior. That's SWLP. On the rush, Sherling from the left circle takes a shot that's over the top of the Beloit net. It comes up to the right point. Taken there by Horning. She tries to poke it over to the left circle. That's not going to go. And back the other direction comes Beloit with Maddie Hoffman. She'll send it down into the Yellow Jacket zone. Picked up behind the net now. Taylor Marks carries that one ahead on the right wing. Marks up the boards into the Beloit zone. All the way down to the right wing corner, and behind the net, Taylor Marks. Now Gustafson on the left wing half board. Up to the right point. Ella Horning winds, fires, and misses that one just wide. It's going to come all the way up to the left point. Avery Olenek holds the zone. Gives it down the boards for Marks. Now back up to the left point. Olenek will play it deep. Kasha Kovala for the Yellow Jackets behind the net. Tried to center. It gets right to the right post, and then Bliss will drop down and cover it up. And we'll get a face-off coming up here with 57 seconds remaining in the Yellow Jacket power play. 14:37 to go in this opening period. 1-0 Beloit. Jackets win the face-off. At the right point, it's Olenek. Over to the left point. Steiner. She banks that off the boards. It comes behind the Beloit net. Kovala has it there. Passes over to the left wing corner. Now out of the corner. A centering attempt by Fee is broken up. Olenek on the right wing. Up top for Steiner. Back to Olenek. The pass hits her in the skate, and that's going to be cleared back out into the neutral zone. Yellow Jacket power play coming into the game at 8.2%. 8 goals in 97 opportunities. On the other side, Beloit's penalty kill has been suspect this year. 64.7%. They have allowed 24 power play goals. On the left wing, shot taken there by the Yellow Jackets. Olenek goes wide of the mark, and that's going to come all the way back down the ice. Up the left wing, Hoffman tried to drive it to the Yellow Jacket net. Is broken up there. Jackets will clear. Beloit will take it back. It's dumped in by Natalie Gurr as the penalty expires, so we're back to 5 skaters apiece. Right wing corner now. Yellow Jacket zone. Kennedy Grolke centers. Turning and shooting from between the circles. Gurr, and the stick save is made by Wastrel. Now the Yellow Jackets clear it out to center. It goes off of a Beloit player and all the way down, so icing will be waved off. Comes up on the left wing boards. Wharton is tied up there. Lukazik for the Yellow Jackets had it, then she loses it, but Wharton picks it up left wing corner. Beloit with a lot more jump in this one than they had in the series opener last night. From the high slot, the shot by Wharton deflected, and a save is made by Bliss. Lukazik for the Yellow Jackets carries behind the net. Centering pass that's going to hit a stick and come right at the top of the goal crease. And Bliss will sprawl out and cover that one before the Yellow Jackets can get a stick on it. So we'll get a face-off coming up here in the Beloit zone. 12:52 remaining here in this opening period. 1-0 Beloit. At the left point, the long shot taken there by Roski goes wide, comes right on the doorstep. The shot by Gustafsson. The save is made by Bliss. Roski in the slot, fires, and Bliss makes the save with the blocker. So the Jackets applying pressure right off that faceoff. But Beloit able to withstand it and then clear the zone. Jackets coming back the other way. Play is broken up. Now Beloit on the rush once again. Across the line they come on the left wing side. Addison Grolke plays it behind the Yellow Jacket net. Addison Fee on the backhand tried to clear it up the left wing boards. It's not going to come out of the zone. Now the puck pops up into the Yellow Jacket bench. Some cat-like reflexes from Bree Simon allowing her to get out of the way. So we're going to get a face-off here in the Yellow Jacket zone. 12:08 to go. One nothing Beloit with the lead. Coming up during our first intermission, sponsored by Hovland Incorporated, we will play what would have been my pregame interview with Bree Simon. Just like last night, we'll play it during the intermission instead of during the pregame. Maya Anderson on the left wing in the Beloit zone. Jackets able to hold at the left point. The long shot by Roski is tipped. Ends up in the right wing corner. Ashton Parnell in there battling for it. Eiley Dahl comes out with it. Dahl for the Yellow Jackets up top right point. Brooke Bugas with the shot through traffic. That's deflected wide. Anderson for the Jackets left wing side. Pushes it back behind the Beloit net. Parnell ties up the defender. The puck comes free and Natasha Ludwig will come back with it the other way. Ludwig gets it to the line, but no further as the Yellow Jackets are able to hold the zone. Now it's going to come back to center with Ludwig. She sends it in from neutral ice. Sticked away by Wastrel. The puck to the right wing corner. Steiner ties up Ludwig. Beloit comes out with it here. Centering pass intercepted, and Parnell back the other way. She gets poke checked in the neutral zone, but the Jackets follow the play, and Olenek dumps it in. As we pass the 9-minute mark here of this opening period, it's 1-0. Beloit's got the lead. In the neutral zone, Steiner for the Yellow Jackets. Over to the left wing boards, out of the reach of Olenek. Bugas gets it back. Brooke Bugas for the Yellow Jackets. Crossing the Beloit line, right circle takes the shot. Had a stick on her as she was taking that shot, and it slowly rolls in on net where it's covered up and held by Maddie Bliss. The sophomore goaltender from Fort Francis, Ontario. Excuse me. Short drive from, I shouldn't say short drive from here. About 3 hours, I'm guessing. If I remember correctly, it's been a long time since I've made that route from Superior all the way up to Fort Francis. Jackets get the turnover in the offensive zone. A quick shot by Kovala, and Bliss is going to make the save on that one. Jackets controlling the face-off. I'll apologize for my voice. Some sniffles and clearing of the throat as the cold has managed to take hold for about a week here now. So apologies if you hear me clearing my throat over the air. Puck dumped down into the Yellow Jacket zone. It's behind the net there, taken by Fusi. She the goal scorer here for Beloit in the first period. Shot goes wide, and now Lukazik will carry it back to center as we pass the 10-minute mark of the opening period. 1-0 Beloit, and we have a stoppage as the Yellow Jackets get in a step ahead of the play and are called for the offside. If you can't get enough of the Yellow Jackets, then tune in to Eye of the Swarm, the official podcast of Yellow Jacket Athletics. Join the Big Sound, Matt Johnson, and me throughout the year as we sit down with Yellow Jacket student-athletes, coaches, and other guests. Eye of the Swarm is available at uwsyellowjackets.com/podcast, on Spotify, iTunes, or wherever you get your podcasts. 9:57 to play, opening period. Yellow Jackets trailing Beloit 1-0. Kind of a fluke goal as Julia Fusi had it behind the Yellow Jacket net and tried to center. It went off of a defender and up over the shoulder of Maddie Wastrel, so literally playing it from behind the net. Resulting in their first goal of the game, first goal of the weekend. Like I said, first goal going back to February 3rd. Offense has been a struggle for the Buccaneers. Just 21 goals, now 22 on the campaign. In this game number 25, they had been shut out 13 times coming into action today. Claire Dixon on the left wing tries to push it into the Yellow Jacket zone. Finally got it to the line, but the Jackets able to send it back to the Beloit Blue. Stick handling there. Addison Grolke gets around one Yellow Jacket, then gets dropped with a good stiff check in the neutral zone by Anna Scherling. That should have been a penalty, but play continuing on. The Yellow Jackets dodge a bullet there. In the left wing corner, Addison Fee battling for it. She's got it here now for the Yellow Jackets. She tried to center. Now Scherling's got it. She sidesteps the tech, takes the shot from the left circle. And Maddie Bliss will make the save and hold on to that. Face-off coming up here in the Beloit zone. Shots 9-4 favoring the Yellow Jackets. Beloit had 5 shots on goal the entire game last night. Have been a much more assertive team here in the first period compared to last evening. Puck gets past Parnell at the blue line. She'll circle from a checker and dump it back into the Beloit zone. Picked up Maddie Hoffman, moves it up the left side. Eiley Dahl breaking that up for the Yellow Jackets. Beloit regaining control now with Natalie Gurr carrying it to center. Play is broken up by Aislinn Carrick, and now the Jackets back on the attack. Ashton Parnell has it poked off her stick in the right circle, and Beloit will clear that back to center. Comes all the way down. Icing will be waved off as Taylor Marks catches up to it. Marks' pass up the right wing will be behind Ella Horning and come all the way down, and it'll be an icing call on the Yellow Jackets with 8:26 remaining here in this opening period. 1-0 Beloit leading. Puck loose to the right side of the Yellow Jacket net. The shot goes off the outside of the goal in the right wing corner. Ashton Parnell comes out with it here. She'll pass that ahead. Maya Anderson gets it out into the neutral zone, but Beloit will dump it right back in with Bailey getting it on the backhand. Avalar to clear. Comes back out to the neutral zone now. Kasha Kovala getting it for Horning. She sidesteps a checker and backhands that down into the Beloit zone. Now Horning causes the turnover. Tried to center and hit the back of the net, and Karams to the left wing corner this time. Puck is tied up along the boards. Jackets come out with it here. Quick shot from the left circle taken by Kovala, The save is made. Now in the high slot, the Jackets turn it over. Back to center comes Beloit. Kira Farnington sends it into the Yellow Jacket zone. Jackets quickly coming back in transition, however. Horning up the right wing. Dumps it hard into the Beloit zone. Yellow Jackets will commence a line change here. It gets past Lukazik on the left wing. Gabby Olsen gets it back. She sidesteps the check. Olsen left circle takes the shot. It's blocked on the rebound. The shot by Wharton, and that hits traffic in front. Puck is still loose in the goal crease, and then the Jackets push it wide as it goes into the left wing corner. Right wing corner, Now it's back up top. Long shot gets through, and that one just misses wide. Now the puck coming back around the boards, and Beloit will take control. On the left wing. It's mishandled there, but the Jackets get it back at the left point. Now it sneaks past Carrick and comes out to the neutral zone. Now the puck's played back out to center. What just happened there? You still got me, Brad? You still good? Okay. On the right wing side, Steiner's got it here. Steiner for the Yellow Jackets. Plays that one over to the left wing side, and it's chipped in by Addison Fee. Along the end boards now, this is Anna Scherling. Scherling sends it up top. Shot taken through traffic. Doesn't get to the net. Beloit will take control back and carry it the other way. At center, one-on-one. This is Kostyuk. She'll dump it into the Yellow Jacket zone. 5.5 minutes to go here in this opening period. Beloit has the 1-0 lead. Now coming to center with it. Carrick across the Beloit line takes a shot to the top of the circle, and that misses high. Now it comes over to the left wing side again. Right wing side. Rights and lefts are hard sometimes, folks. Puck tied up along the right wing half board as time ticks away. Finally, it's going to be worked free. Maya Anderson pitchforks that down. It goes behind the net, coming out on the left wing side. Eiley Dahl from the left circle. Her shot is deflected. It ends up in the right wing corner. Now Dahl battling for it right circle. Maya Anderson in there as well. Comes back behind the Beloit net. Picked up here. Sent up top. Left point, Carrick takes a shot. That one gets blocked, and it's going to come all the way back to center ice. Taylor Marks up the right wing into the Beloit zone. Drops that one off for Parnell, but it's going to be intercepted, and Farrington coming back the other way. She dumps it into the Yellow Jacket zone. Now behind the goal. It's moved ahead on the left wing and sent rink wide. Well, it's going to be dumped back into the Yellow Jacket zone. Taylor Marks. Leaving it for Parnell. Now back to Marks. Her pass is going to be intercepted. Makela from the left side takes a shot, and a blocker save made by Wastrel. Now Ashton Parnell coming back the other way. Parnell for the Yellow Jackets across the red line. Flips it in. Bliss is going to make the glove save, and she elects to hold on, and we're going to get a stoppage in play. Face-off is going to be to the left of Maddie Bliss, controlled by the Yellow Jackets. Horning takes the shot, and that one doesn't go. Now it's picked up here by Beloit. Comes around to the left wing corner. Olenek gets there first for the Yellow Jackets. Avery Olenek, left wing corner. Gets free from the check and sends it up to the left point, but it's intercepted there by Fusi, and she comes back the other way. Julia Fusi dumps that down into the Yellow Jacket zone. Behind the net, Avalar giving chase. Roski picks up the loose puck. Penalty coming. It's going to be on Beloit as they take down Veda Roski, and it's going to be a power play for the Yellow Jackets. Time of the penalty is 16:35 of the first period. Fusi going to the box for cross-checking. Second power play for the Yellow Jackets. They're 0 for 1. Power play is sponsored by Superior Water, Light, and Power. Clean, reliable, Superior. That's SWLP. Jackets controlling the face-off. Scherling carries down behind the net. Comes around out of the left wing side. Takes a shot left circle and just misses wide. On the right wing boards, Horning. Down into the right wing corner. Maya Anderson has it. Right circle. Up top, right point, Scherling. Back to Anderson's circle. Comes off the boards. Takes the shot, and the pat save is made by Bliss. Yellow Jackets regaining control here now. Horning up to the left point, Marks. Gustafson left circle. High slot, Scherling takes the shot, hits a stick. Comes to Gustafson left circle, and that shot gets blocked. Clearing attempt held in by Marks. Gustafson off the left boards, takes the shot from the circle. It gets blocked. Now on the left wing side again, Scherling. She goes behind the net, slides a pass in front. Loose puck in the left circle is going to be poked past Gustafson. Horning tries to hold, then it skips past Marks at the left point. Comes back out into the neutral zone, and the Yellow Jackets will be forced to regroup. Across the line, Horning with a rising shot from the top of the right circle that misses high. And it'll be cleared back out into the neutral zone here. Roski for the Yellow Jackets over to the right wing for Gustafson. She'll send it in with 45 seconds left in the power play. Puck is cleared up the boards, held by Roski at the left point. Now Fee from the left circle takes the shot. Bliss makes the save, and she'll hold. That'll give us a face-off coming up here. In the Beloit zone. Face-off controlled by the Yellow Jackets. 30 seconds left in the power play. Fee battling on the left side. It's kicked up to the left point. Roski, right circle. Olenek takes the shot. It's blocked in front. Olenek gets it back. Slides a pass up to the left point. Right point, excuse me. Roski, now right circle. Olenek, shot saved. Rebound, they score! Kasia Kovala on the rebound. Buries it. Power play goal. Yellow Jackets, and they've tied the game 1-1. 18:20 the time of the power play goal. Second of the season for Kasia Kovala. Good puck movement by the Yellow Jackets on that power play. Olenek took the shot from the right circle. Kovala pounces on the loose puck in front. And the Yellow Jackets have drawn even here with under 2 minutes to play in the first period.
For your Yellow Jackets on the power play was number 3, Kasia Kovala. She got assists on that goal by number 20, Avery Olenek, and number 7, Addison Fee. That's Kovala with the power play goal. That goal.
So 18:20 the time of that power play goal for the Yellow Jackets, drawing it even. Minute 20 to go here in the opening period. Face-off controlled by Beloit. Ludwig at center. Gets to the Yellow Jacket line. And back the other way comes Sherling up the right wing. Sherling across the Beloit line. Takes the shot right circle. Save made by Bliss. And she'll hold on with the face-off coming up here in the Beloit zone as we're down to 1:05 remaining here in this first period. Face-off controlled by Beloit. They have it behind their net. Picked up on the right side and cleared ahead. Loose puck at center ice, controlled by Beloit now, and they'll dump it into the Yellow Jacket zone. Brooke Bugas has it for the Jackets here. She'll back it up left wing side, passes that one up the middle. Now it's played over. Puck bouncing around. Finally controlled here by the Yellow Jackets with 30 seconds to play in the opening period. Addison Fee gets it to the Beloit line. Fee across the line now, sends it to the right wing boards and gives chase. She gets stapled to the wall. And we get a stoppage in play and a penalty coming. It's going to be on Beloit. So 24 seconds to go here in the opening period. The Yellow Jackets are going back to the power play. Natalie Gurr to the box for checking. 19:36 the time of the penalty. Face-off controlled by the Yellow Jackets. Olenek saucers it over to Beta Roski on the left side. Now Fee back up top, left point Roski. Fee mishandles, and Beloit's going to clear that one all the way down, and that'll effectively kill things off for the remainder of this first period. I don't see the Yellow Jackets making any kind of a rush here. Behind her net, Roski sets up. Throws that one ahead on the left wing. And the buzzer sounds, bringing this first period to a conclusion. Good opening frame for the Yellow Jackets as they outshoot Beloit 19-5. Fell behind early, tied things up late. And we go to the locker room tied 1-1 after 20 minutes of play. We're going to take a break here and try to figure out a couple of technical difficulties. And then we will be back with our first intermission, sponsored by Hovland Incorporated, right after this. This is Yellow Jacket Women's Hockey on Yellow Jacket TV, an affiliate of the WIAC Sports Network. Westman Arena. It's our first intermission, sponsored by Hovland Incorporated. All apologies here for missing the bulk of the first intermission, as trying to figure out some technical issues that we are having on our end. I am told that we sound good and everything, so everything's loud and clear here, and that's all that we're going for now, and we can dissect everything and figure it all out heading into the men's game this evening. But one period of the books here at Westman Arena. Yellow Jackets and Beloit tied 1-1 after one. Beloit opening the scoring early in the period, just a minute and 30 seconds in. Julia Fusi scoring her third goal of the season, assisted by Claire Dixon and Kennedy Grolke, making it 1-0. And this was just a little bit of bad luck for the Yellow Jackets, as the puck was down behind the net. And the centering attempt looked like it went off of a defender's stick and popped up over the shoulder of Yellow Jacket goaltender Maddie Wastrel. As you're watching the replay here right now, it's just a centering pass, and it goes right off the stick of the defender and over the shoulder and in. Third of the year for Fusi. And 90 seconds into the game, it was 1-0 in favor of Beloit. Stayed that way until the waning stages of the opening period, when the Yellow Jackets, on their second power play of the afternoon, were able to get the equalizer. Some really nice puck movement on this power play. And it would ultimately ended up being Avery Olenek taking the shot from the right circle that was stopped. Kasha Kovala on the doorstep was able to get the rebound and hammer that one home. Her second goal of the season. And that tied the game for the Yellow Jackets at 1-1. The stat sheet says it was assisted by Olenek and Addison Fee. That's actually not correct. You could clearly see on that play that it was Veda Roski who moved the puck over to Avery Olenek. That tied things up for the Yellow Jackets at 1-1. Shots on goal in that first period favoring the Yellow Jackets 20-6. So the Jackets actually with two more shots in the first period this afternoon than they had in the opening frame last night. And Beloit, on the other hand, with one more shot in the first period this afternoon than they had in the entire game last evening. Jackets 1 for 2 on the power play. And they have power play number 3 that has got a minute and 36 seconds remaining on it, that is carried over into this second period. Yellow Jackets getting 3 shots apiece from Addison Fee, Anna Sherling, and Ella Horning. 2 shots each from Brooke Bugas and Avery Olenek. Both teams back on the ice here for the start of this second period. And we apologize for any technical difficulties that are happening. And it looks like live stat-wise, too, all across the...
They're not even working.
All across. It's not working for anybody right now. Oh, now it's back. No, it's gone. It was there for a second. Now it's gone. So at any rate, live stats are down everywhere. We are seconds away from the start. Apologies there, as we are back to live action. Crises all over the place at the end of the period all of a sudden, at the beginning of the second, rather. Yellow Jackets going from right to left here in the second period. Under a minute to go on the power play. Puck is on the right wing side. Comes up to the right point. Roski takes the shot. That's deflected and misses just wide. On the doorstep, a rebound by Olenek is blocked. Centering feed as Olenek tried the wraparound at the left post. That one doesn't go. And Beloit will send that all the way down the ice. So the Jackets with a couple of point-blank opportunities right away as they start the second period on the power play. In the midst of a line change here. Anna Sherling comes out with the puck and starts it ahead on the right wing. Sherling with speed across the Beloit line. Anna Sherling cuts to the slot on the backhand, takes the shot, and Bliss makes the save as she snares that one with the glove. And we will get a face-off coming up here in the Beloit zone. 13 seconds left in the power play for the Yellow Jackets. 18:36 to go in this second period. 1-1 the score here from Westman Arena in Superior. John Garver with you on this Saturday afternoon. The final Final game of the regular season for the Yellow Jacket women. They will open the WIAC tournament next weekend on the road against River Falls. I believe, well, I shouldn't say that because River Falls and Eau Claire currently playing. And the winner of that one will be the conference champion. So TBD, I guess. We should know by the end of the broadcast today. Puck is in the Beloit zone. Now the Buccaneers play it back to neutral ice. It comes back into Yellow Jacket territory where Taylor Marks has it. She'll curl back behind her net. Plays that one ahead on the right wing for Horning. She gets the red line and backhands that down into the Beloit zone. It's going to come behind the goal. Puck is taken here and sent back to the Yellow Jacket blue line. Carrick gets it. Carrick's pass for Lukasic doesn't go. Now back the other way comes Beloit. There's going to be a penalty on the Yellow Jackets. They're going to get Gabby Olson for body checking. She puts her hand up going, what did I do? Well, threw a shoulder into somebody and took him down. It's going to be a power play for Beloit. It's first of the game. .223 the time of the penalty on Olson. First power play for Beloit. They come into the game on the power play at 10.9%, and they win the faceoff. Great song choice, too, because there is something wrong with the world today as all of our technology is just imploding on us here. Back the other way, shorthanded. Now Eiley Dahl gets a step on the D, takes the shot, and she misses just wide to the left. Puck is picked up again here by Beloit. Retreating behind her net is Makela. And now the Buccaneers start up ice. Makela across the line. That's broken up by Roski. Sidesteps a defender now and comes back to center. Roski shorthanded across the line. Takes the shot. The save is made. The rebound was there, and Roski just poked that one wide. And she went end-to-end on the rush. Now a steal. Maya Anderson breaks up the breakout attempt. Tried to poke that one back down into the corner. Instead, Beloit will take control and come back the other way. This is Kennedy Grolke sending it into the Yellow Jacket zone. Taken away by Bugas, and she moves it up the left wing. Addison Fee across the line across the Beloit line, I should say. Loses the handle on the puck, and back the other way now comes Beloit. Puck is going to be played up to the left point. Now over to the right side. Maddie Hoffman here for Beloit. Cycles it down into the right wing corner with 40 seconds left in the power play. Hoffman, right corner, comes out, takes a shot. The save is made by Wastrel. Rebound was there for a moment. Jackets able to clear that one away. Now Schreier at the left point. Over to Hoffman, right point shot tipped in front, and that one just misses over the top of the net. Puck comes back up to the left point again. Schreier feeds it into Kostiuk in the left circle. Back up top for Schreier. That shot hits a skate. Puck ends up behind the Yellow Jacket net. Grolke's got it on the right side. Throws it over to the left wing circle now. Kostiuk stick handles, takes the shot. Kicked away by Wastrel. Final seconds tick off the penalty, so the Jackets have killed it off. Beloit 0 for 1 on the power play. 15 and a half minutes to go in the second period. We're tied 1-1. Ashton Parnell for the Yellow Jackets has it here. Carries it up the left wing. Takes the shot from the left circle. The save made by Bliss. She'll hold on, and we're going to get a face-off here in the Beloit zone. If Ashton Parnell would have looked up when she got the puck in the neutral zone, she had Ella Horning on the left wing who had an open lane to the net. Held on to it a bit too long. Now the shot taken and blocked, and back the other way comes Beloit. Jackets break that up at center. Beloit regaining control, and they'll dump it back down into the Yellow Jacket zone. Puck comes all the way up to the right point. Shot gets through, and it goes off the outside of the net. That one by Hannah Chady. Now Fusi's got it on the right wing side. Takes a shot in tight. Save is made by Wastrel. Puck comes up to the line. It doesn't get out. Comes back down. Taken by Aislinn Carrick for the Yellow Jackets. She tries to push it out of the zone, but it's going to be held in. Puck flipped down toward the Yellow Jacket net. Comes back behind the goal, and Marks will start it up the left wing. Her pass intercepted. And Beloit will dump it back into the Yellow Jacket zone. Taylor Marks Sends that up the left wing. Avery Olenek couldn't get a stick on that. It comes all the way down. And it's going to be an icing call on the Yellow Jackets. 14:20 remaining here in this second period. Shots 25-9 in favor of the Yellow Jackets. We're tied 1-1. Down at the Hobbs Ice Arena in Eau Claire, River Falls has a 1-0 lead over Eau Claire with 10:48 to go in the second period there. Catherine Bell with the lone goal of the hockey game for River Falls. Again, first place in the WIAC on the line in that one. Kendall Gustafson on the right wing for the Yellow Jackets. Tried to clear. That one doesn't go. Second attempt does come out. Beloit's going to have to tag up. Puck is picked up behind the Yellow Jacket net now, and Bugas will start it ahead. Passes it to Fee on the left wing. Fee tried to go rink wide to the right side for Gustafson. That's broken up by Beloit. And then that one will pop up and go over the glass and out of play. And we will have a face-off here in the Yellow Jacket zone. Face off to the right of Wastrel, controlled here by Steiner. She'll play it up the right wing. It gets blocked. Tries it again now, and the Jackets come to center. Maya Anderson over the line. Tried to drop for Parnell. That was picked off, and now back the other way comes Beloit with Schreier. Kylie Schreier up the left wing. Carries down left corner. Poke checked off her stick by Steiner. Ashton Parnell will pick up the puck. Her pass is going to be picked off. Kylie Dahl gets it back for the Jackets, and she'll come up the right wing with it here. Dahl across the Beloit line, a long shot, sticked away by Bliss. Dahl gets the rebound on the right wing board. Pinned there by Makala. Finally worked free, and play continuing on. Referees miss an elbowing call on the Yellow Jackets there. Meanwhile, the puck flipped up the right wing, comes into the Yellow Jacket zone, giving chase here Farrington. It's poked off her stick, and we're going to get a stoppage and a penalty on the Yellow Jackets here, as they are going to get Gabby Olsen again, this time for interference. .707 the time of the penalty call. Second power play now for Beloit. But more importantly, the player is still down here for Beloit in the neutral zone. I did not see that at all because the play was down behind the net. So something happened in the neutral zone. I cannot see who the player for Beloit is that is down, so I apologize for not being aware of what happened there. It looks like it's number 12, Mackenzie Kostiuk, the freshman from Thunder Bay. She is now up and sitting, being tended to by athletic trainer Morgan Olson. She is up on her feet now and is being helped off the ice. No, she's going to go under her own power. She's doubled over a little bit. Did not see what happened, as it was on these near boards in front of us, which are kind of hard to see everything that happens. And then I was following the play behind the net, so apologies on that. But the training staff will make its way to the Beloit dressing room and will tend to the freshman for Beloit. Meanwhile, the Buccaneers going to the power play for the second time this period. 7:07 the time of the interference minor on Gabby Olsen. Beloit winning the faceoff. Makala has it, passes over to the right wing boards. Detch has it there. Coming out of the right corner with it is Kennedy Grolke. That shot's going to miss wide. Fusi on the left wing throws a pass up top, and that'll come out into the neutral zone, so Beloit will be forced to regroup. Kennedy Grolke has it here. Throws it over to the left wing side. Fusi. Now back for Kennedy Grolke. Fusi along the end board. Slides that one up to Makala at the left point. Over to the right wing side. The shot by Detch is going to be tipped and come down in the left wing corner. Now Fusi top of the left circle. Sends that one up top. Makala back to Fusi. Takes the shot. The save is made. Wastrel. Fusi gets her own rebound. A shot and a glove save again made by Maddie Wastrel. She will hold on to that. And the faceoff will be coming up here in the Yellow Jacket zone. 57 seconds left in the minor penalty to Gabby Olsen. 11:50 remaining in this second period. Shots 26-11 favoring the Yellow Jackets, and we're tied 1-1. Claire Dixon on the left wing boards has it for Beloit. Her pass intercepted, and Eiley Dahl will send it all the way down the ice. Puck chased down by Nia Chapman behind the net. She plays it around to the right wing boards. Maddie Hoffman carries it up the right wing. Now it's going to be backed up for Dixon. Claire Dixon sends it into the Yellow Jacket zone. Broken up there and sent all the way down the ice by Taylor Marks. Beloit forced to go 200 feet. Now a steal. Anna Sherling shorthanded. Sherling in the right circle. Centers out front for Olenek with that pass out of her reach. Beloit coming away with it, and it's Addison Grolke behind the net. She comes to center, cuts it over to the right wing side across the Yellow Jacket line. From the right circle, a shot glove save made by Wastrel right as the penalty to Gabby Olsen expires. So we're back to 5-on-5 with 10 minutes 50 seconds to play in the second period. And River Falls has now opened up a 3-0 lead over UW Eau Claire. They've scored 3 goals in about 5.5 minutes in this second period down at the Hobbs Ice Arena in Eau Claire. So looking like they will be the conference champion. Back to live action here. Puck is in the Beloit zone right now. Ludwig circles back behind her net. Plays that one ahead on the left wing. Broken up there, and the Jackets come back on the rush. Long shot from center by Roski. That one's not going to connect. Now it's behind the goal. Lukazik has it for the Yellow Jackets. It's taken off of her stick by Tate Hutchinson. It's going to be played up to Kennedy Grolke on the left wing. Her pass in the neutral zone picked off by Roski. And the Yellow Jackets are going to jump right back on the attack. Wharton dumps it into the Beloit zone. Jackets will change personnel as we pass the 10-minute mark of this second period. Yellow Jackets and Beloit tied 1-1 here at Westman Arena in Superior. Puck is in the Yellow Jacket zone. Roski plays it behind her net for Avalar. Avalar ahead. Anna Sherling coming up the left wing with it here. Sherling crosses the Beloit line, drives it to the net. She gets taken down, and it's going to be a penalty here on Beloit as they take down Anna Sherling, who was driving the net. But I think of more consequence here as Anna Sherling remains down behind the goal. And she is going to need to be tended to as well. And right now, no trainer, because the trainer is actually in the Beloit dressing room looking at the player that got injured there. So we will have to wait and see. Anna Sherling remaining down behind the Beloit net. has now gotten up on all fours, and it looks like she's kind of sitting up a little bit. Assistant coach Gavin Rasmussen out talking to her. Had her feet taken out from under her and went down rather hard into the end boards with the player who tripped her coming down on top of her as well. She is back up on her feet and is gingerly making her way off the ice. So that's the good news. Does not appear that she's going to go to the training room as of yet, so we will hopefully see Anna Schirling back on the ice here in a moment. Now it looks like she is going to go to the training room. Jackets to the power play for the fourth time this afternoon. 10:28 the time of the penalty. Tripping the call on Claire Dixon. This power play sponsored by Superior Water, Light and Power. Clean, reliable, Superior. That's SWLP. Jackets control the faceoff. Olenek sends it to the left point. Roski there to Fee on the left board. Back up top for Roski. Left circle, Addison Fee takes the shot through traffic. Kicked away by Bliss. Kovala behind the net. She's got the goal for the Yellow Jackets this afternoon. Gives it to Avery Olenek on the right wing. She'll leave it for Roski, who walks down right circle. Takes the shot and she scores! Veda Roski goes top shelf. Jackets lead. Second power play goal of the afternoon for the Yellow Jackets. For Veda Roski, it's her third of the season. Time of that goal, 10:52. Looked like it was going to be a broken play at the line as Avery Olenek was tied up by the defender, but Roski, eyes wide open, pounced on the loose puck, got it to the circle, and wires it top shelf for her third. Olenek will get one assist. We'll see about the second one, and the Jackets are in front.
For your Yellow Jackets on the power play was number 4, Veda Roski. She's assisted on that goal by number 20, Avery Olenek, and number 7, Addison Fee.
So Addison Fee with the other assist on the goal. 2-point day so far for Veda Roski with a goal and an assist. 2-point days so far for Avery Olenek, a pair of assists. And the Yellow Jackets are in front. Puck is in their zone right now. Kasia Kovala moves back behind her net. She'll come out the left side with it, and throw that one ahead at center. Trying to spring Ella Horning, and that pass doesn't connect. And it'll be an icing call on the Yellow Jackets. Face-off coming back down deep in Yellow Jacket territory with 8:29 to go here. In this second period, 2-1 Yellow Jackets in front. Shots 27-14 favoring the Yellow Jackets right now. Puck played down into the right wing corner of the Yellow Jacket zone. Taylor Marks will take it there. Marks moves it around to the left side. Carried to center by Kovala. Now Horning with the steal at center. 3-on-2 as the Jackets cross the line. High slot takes the shot. The save is made by Bliss. Rebound shot take there by Kovala. The save made. Rebound. They score! It's snuck through. It's going to be Kasia Kovala's second of the game. And the Yellow Jackets lead 3-1. .12:01 the time of the goal. Kasia Kovala, second of the game, third of the season. She got the loose puck between the circles and wristed a shot that Bliss got a piece of, but couldn't get all of it, and it trickled over the line. The Jackets have a 2-goal lead. We'll wait for the announcement to get the assists. But the Yellow Jackets leading by 2. Now Fee on the rush. Addison Fee takes the shot right circle.
For your Yellow Jackets was number 3, Kasia Kovala. She was assisted on the goal by number 17, Ella Horning. That's Kovala.
So Horning, the lone assist on that goal by Kovala at 12:01 of the second period. Jackets striking twice in 1 minute and 9 seconds to move in front here, 3-1. 7.5 to go, just under 7.5 to go here in the second period. In the Yellow Jacket zone, Roski starts it ahead. Defender falls down. Yellow Jackets have a 2-on-1. It's Roski out front. Gustafson takes the shot, and the save is made by Bliss. She'll hold on. And we'll get a face-off coming up here in the Beloit zone. Right around the same time of the game as last night when Kendall Gustafson went top shelf and scored. There's the exact same thing right there. Again, tried to go high on the glove side. But Maddie Bliss was able to stab that one with the glove. Keep it at 3-1. Puck comes back behind the Beloit goal. Gabby Olsen has it poked off for a stick. Jacket center. Shot from the right circle by Steiner. Catches some traffic in front. Steiner centers it from the corner and scores! Stacy Steiner throws it toward the front of the net. It goes off the goaltender and in. 4-1. Third of the season for Stacy Steiner. 13-10 the time of that goal. So the Yellow Jackets now with 3 goals in the span of 2 minutes and 18 seconds here in this second period. Have blown things wide open.
For your Yellow Jackets was number 27, Stacy Steiner. She gets that goal unassisted.
Unassisted goal for Steiner at 13-10. Puts the Yellow Jackets up by 3. Now it comes up to the blue line. The shot comes in from the right point by Carrick. Hits some traffic in front. Puck is in the right wing corner. Parnell tied up there. She comes out with the puck. Parnell right circle. Plays it toward the net. Quick shot on the doorstep. Maya Anderson. Save made by Bliss, and the rebound poked wide. And the Yellow Jackets, Beloit rather, will send that all the way down the ice. Icing's going to be waved off as they win the foot race to the puck. In the right wing corner, Yellow Jacket zone. Addison Grolke tried to center. That one's blocked. Marks gets it back for the Yellow Jackets. Throws that one up the right side for Horning. It doesn't go. Now in the slot, Olenek starts it ahead to center. Her pass hits a skate. It's going to come back inside the Yellow Jacket blue line. Now it's passed up to Olenek on the left wing. It's taken away from her at the red line and sent back into the Yellow Jacket zone. Carrick on the right side. Passes ahead for a Horning. Icing will be waved off as it comes all the way down. Behind the net now, this is Natalie Gurr. Turned over, Horning. Her shot from the right circle is blocked, and Beloit will come back on the attack to center with Maddie Hoffman, dumping it into the Yellow Jacket zone. It's picked up behind the net here by Riley Avalar, and she'll start it back the other direction. Avalar for the Yellow Jackets to center, gets knocked down on the play. Addison Fee left wing, takes a long shot. Glove save made by Bliss. She'll hold on. And we'll get a face-off coming up here in the Beloit zone with 4:55 remaining in this second period. Shots 33-14 Yellow Jackets, and they have a 4-1 lead. Puck is cleared out into the neutral zone. Roski will retreat. Then it has poked off for a stick, but Avalar following the play clears it to the neutral zone. Beloit will dump it back in. Picked up down low here. Roski up the left wing for Fee. Now for Kendall Gustafson. She tried to feed it in the middle, looking for Klagora, but that doesn't go. And Beloit able to get it back out into the neutral zone. Now Avalar passes it ahead. Gustafson on the right wing tips it into the Beloit zone. Buccaneers will send it right back out. It's going to come all the way down. Icing waved off on the play. Players tie up in the left wing corner. The puck is loose. Gustafson Leaves it behind the goal for Roski. Roski sidesteps a checker. Feeds Fee on the left wing. Now ahead for Klagora at center. Emma Klagora up the left wing into the Beloit zone. Pulls up left circle. Throws it into the high slot. Addison Fee now gives it back down low for Klagora. It's picked off. Fee gets it back. Klagora on the left post. Tried to throw it through the goal mouth. That's intercepted. And Grolke back the other way here for Beloit. Bugas lifts up her stick. Addison Grolke gets it back, and she sends it behind the Yellow Jacket net. 3.5 minutes to go here in this second period. Yellow Jackets up 4-1. Lukazik on the left wing, dumps it in. It's going to be played back around to the left wing boards. Comes up to the left point. Wharton for the Yellow Jackets pushes it down the wall from the left wing side. A shot by Lukazik misses wide. Steiner pushes that one around behind the net. On the left board, coming off with it here is Wharton. She has it high slot, takes a shot, it gets blocked. Up to the blue line now, right point Steiner takes a shot, that's going to go wide. Behind the goal now, this is Gabby Olsen. Sends that one up top. That shot's going to get blocked in traffic, and Beloit will come back the other way. Good stretch for the Yellow Jackets here, basically since the midpoint of the period. They've been able to carry the play pretty convincingly. Beloit's had a couple of instances where they've had the puck in the offensive zone, got a shot on goal here or there, but they haven't been able to establish any kind of a forecheck of late. Essentially, since the media timeout, the Yellow Jackets have carried the play, now out shooting Beloit 34-14, and they lead 4-1. Puck is going to come out into the neutral zone now. For Beloit, this is Detch. Feeds it into the middle. The shot by Ludwig steered away by Wastrel. Now Dahl on the right wing has it. Passes that one ahead out of the reach of Maya Anderson. It comes all the way down. That's going to be an icing call on the Yellow Jackets as the clock continues ticking. They ran 6 seconds off the clock there. Doesn't look like anybody caught that. Coming up during our second intermission, sponsored by Hovland Incorporated, we will have a second period summary. We will also have that conversation that we were supposed to play during the pregame and then the first intermission. We'll play it during the second now that we have everything kind of straightened out with our technology here. That conversation with Yellow Jacket head coach Bree Simon, that'll come up during our second intermission. Puck is in the right wing corner. Yellow Jacket zone. It comes up to Sinclair. Her shot from the right point blocked, and Ashton Parnell back the other way. Feeds it ahead for Eiley Dahl across the Beloit line. Dahl takes the shot from the right circle. Swallowed up by Bliss. She'll hold on. And we'll get a face-off coming up here in the Beloit zone. "40 minutes gone down in Eau Claire, and the Blue Gold's not going away quietly. They've scored twice late in the second period and have closed the gap against River Falls to 3-2. Yellow Jacket women's basketball team late in the first quarter has a 17-15 lead over Minnesota Morris. More on that later on during the intermission. Puck is behind the Beloit goal. They play it up on the right wing. Fusi gets it there. Well, she'll send it into the Yellow Jacket zone. Now Roski's got it. Roski for Olenek. Into the middle for Kovala, and she tips it into the Yellow Jacket zone. At the right point, the puck skips out of the zone past Avalar, and the Yellow Jackets will regroup with under a minute to play in the second. Fusi for Beloit, sends it back the other way. It's going to come all the way down. No icing on the play, so Wastrel out of the net, setting it up here for Roski. Now Avalar, ahead on the left wing, Olenek. Comes down into the Beloit zone. On the forecheck, picking the pocket of the defender was Horning. Left behind the net, but Klagora couldn't get there in time. And Beloit will flip that off the glass out into the neutral zone. Jackets regaining control here with Fee. Addison Fee dumping it in. Goes behind the net. Vaki. Her pass picked off. Fee with a shot left circle. Bliss makes the save. And we'll hold that one in the glove with 5.8 seconds remaining in this second period. Anna Scherling has not come back since suffering that injury. Haven't seen her on the ice. Jackets win the faceoff. Roski from the left point, a shot that's going to go wide. And the buzzer's going to sound, bringing the second period to a close. Good second period for the Yellow Jackets as they pile on the shots, but more importantly, pile on the goals, scoring 3 times in a span of 2 minutes and 18 seconds to blow this one wide open. They lead 4-1 after 2 periods of play. We'll take a timeout and come back with our second intermission, sponsored by Hovland Incorporated right after this. This is Yellow Jacket Hockey on Yellow Jacket TV, an affiliate of the WIAC Sports Network. We're back here at Westman Arena. It's our second intermission, sponsored by Hovland Incorporated. Hovland Incorporated providing concrete, masonry, and design to the Twin Ports and the surrounding area. 218-722-1662. Hovland Incorporated, proud sponsor of Yellow Jacket Athletics. 40 minutes in the books here at Westman Arena. The Yellow Jackets leading Beloit 4-1. They blew things open in the middle stages of that second period. As I said, in the closing minutes, the immediate timeout hit, and after that, the Yellow Jackets kind of took over and really blew things wide open. They took the lead at 10:52 of the period. Power play goal for Veda Roski, her 3rd goal of the season. It was looked like it was going to be a broken play as the puck got up to the right point, and Avery Olenek had her path taken away, but Veda Roski pounced on the loose puck, got to the top of the circle on the right side, and wired a shot over the glove of Maddie Bliss, her 3rd. Addison Fee also got an assist. That was at 10:52 of the second period. Jackets were in front 2-1. They made it 3-1 at 12:01 of the period. 3rd goal of the season, 2nd of the game for Kasia Kovala. She got the puck between the circles and took a wrist shot that there was a lot of traffic in front. There was a lot of bodies there, and Kovala's shot, Bliss got a piece of it, but it didn't get nearly enough as it slowly trickled in past her as it got just past her on the stick side. Second of the game for Kovala, her third of the season. Ella Horning got the assist. That was at 12:01, so that was a minute and 9 seconds after Roski scored. His Kovala's second of the game, making it 3-1. And then, let me see, a minute and 9 seconds after that, the Yellow Jackets made it 4-1. Kind of a fluky goal for Stacy Steiner, but she'll take it as she got the puck in the right wing corner and just kind of threw it toward the net. And her first shot got blocked. She followed the play. She picked it up and tried to center it and went off the goaltender and in. Her third goal this season unassisted at 13:10, and that's where we stand now. 4-1 Yellow Jackets after 2. Shots on goal in the second period. The Yellow Jackets had 16 for a 2-period total of 36. And Beloit had 9 for a 2-period total of 15. Penalties in the game so far. Yellow Jackets 2 penalties for 4 minutes. Beloit 4 penalties for 8 minutes. And on the power play, the Yellow Jackets are 2 for 4. And on the penalty kill, the Yellow Jackets are 2 for 2. So that's where we stand after 40 minutes of play. The Yellow Jackets with the 4-1 lead. We'll take a quick timeout, and we will come back and have our conversation with Yellow Jacket head coach Bree Simon. That'll be coming up right after this. This is Yellow Jacket Women's Hockey on Yellow Jacket TV, an affiliate of the WIAC Sports Network. We're back here at Westman Arena, just under 11 minutes away from the start of the third period. Yellow Jackets a 4-1 lead over Beloit after 40 minutes of play. It's our second intermission, sponsored by Hovland Incorporated, providing concrete masonry and design of the Twin Ports and surrounding area. Hovland Incorporated, 218-722-1662. And we will take this opportunity now that we have a little bit of time during this intermission to play what would have been our pregame interview with Yellow Jacket head coach Bree Simon. We're back on the Yellow Jacket Hockey pregame show, sponsored by National Bank of Commerce. It's Saturday afternoon. The Yellow Jackets back home to take on Beloit in the second game of their weekend series. Final regular season home game as well, where they'll be celebrating the seniors on this year's team. I'm John Garver. We're joined by Yellow Jacket head coach Bree Simon. And before we start dissecting what happened here last night, Coach, in this space, I asked you, after a week off, is that going to have any kind of an effect? And you said, yeah, slow start. 2 minutes in the game, 5 shots on goal, took the opening face-off and ran it in the offensive zone. I basically stayed there for the entire first period. I don't think it was exactly a slow start.
No, it wasn't, which I'm happy about. So I'm glad that we, did what we needed to do right from the start. It didn't lead to any goals right away, not till the second period, but, we had, 15 shots after 15 shots after the first period? 18. Okay, 18 shots after the first period, so pretty good in my eyes for a good start. So
Yeah, a lot of time in the offensive zone, a couple of really good opportunities in there as well. At the other end, I mean, one shot on net allowed in the first period. You really can't complain about how your team defended and really didn't give them any kind of ice from red line all the way back into their offensive zone.
No, for sure. I will say there are a couple shots that were a little bit scary, but that's okay. But yeah, we were very good defensively yesterday of keeping it a little bit calmer and, actually moving the puck how you're supposed to in the defensive zone. And it led to success on good breakouts, and then we're back in their zone, right? And then, we're keeping possession of the puck by, dumping in their zone and then, getting fresh legs and, keeping them down there too, which was nice.
Finally, in the second period, able to break through. Beautiful goal by Kendall Gustafson, and I think a little bit of channeling her inner Bree Simon on that play. That was a dangle.
Yeah, that was really nice. And I look at Gavin and I'm like, where's that been all year? Or the last couple games. But I'm super proud of her. She's getting better every day. And to pull off a move like that, she's going to do great things in the next couple years. So watch out for her for sure.
Kind of hard to say that your goaltender was a pivotal part of that game because, again, only 5 shots on goal. The school record for fewest shots allowed in a game is 4. So if you don't give up a 2-on-1 in the final 30 seconds, you tie a school record.
Yep.
But of the 5 shots, probably 3, maybe 4 very high-quality opportunities.
100%. Like they were, every shot that they did, the 4 shots, 5 shots that they did take were very good shots. And like I told the girls in between periods was if you give them an inch, they're going to take a mile. And when you give them 2-on-1 opportunities with 35 seconds left, like they're going to get a good scoring opportunity out of that. So it comes down to the little things, and Maddie did a really good job of keeping us in there. It's tough when you only get that many shots and being ready to go when you are given the opportunity to get some shots. So I commend her for having a slower game on her end, but making those big saves when she needed to as well.
So coming into today, then, is it more of a there's no way they can hold us to 1 if we play the exact same way? Is it a keep doing what we are doing, or are you making some kind of an adjustment?
No, I think we need to stay the same way as what we did last night. We just need to score more. You put up 48 shots and only 1 goal. Like at that point, you're just shooting to shoot the puck on net. And we made their goalie look very, very good last night, and we just need to kind of put them in their place and kind of hold ourselves a little bit accountable too, that we can score a little bit more than 1 goal on a team like this. So that's the only big game change, is we just need to put more pucks in the net.
Who gets to start today?
Maddie.
Senior day here, so you do have a couple seniors. Just give me a real quick reflection on each of them.
Yeah, Anna is from Rogers, so close to my hometown, and I've watched her. I know her sisters pretty well, actually, and she's a great kid. I'm sad to see her go. She works so hard. I know her first couple years is probably not how she wanted it to end out. She probably thinks all 4 her years she wishes she could have done a little bit better, but I'm glad the progress that she did make these last 2 years. Watching her junior season, she was kind of middle of the pack, like wasn't a very standout player, and then this year she's been a key player for us. Yeah, maybe she's not getting on the stat sheet as much as she wanted to, but she is on our power play, penalty kill. Like she is our key role player right now, and I'm super proud of her, and I wish her the best of luck, next year. And Ashton's another one where, the last 2 years, probably she thinks the same thing, stat sheet wise. She thinks that she could have done a little bit more on that end of things, but she's another kid where, her junior season was also middle of the pack with all of our seniors last year, and, wasn't a top dog. And she was another one this year where she was on her power play all year. We need her in big roles, and like our last against Stevens Point, she scored our goal in the 35 seconds. So she's another good kid, and I wish her the best of luck. And so I'm happy I got 2 years with them. And I wish I had more. I think they would have gotten a little bit more out of it, but yeah, I'm super happy and proud of them too. So
thanks a lot, Coach. Good luck.
Thank you.
That's Yellow Jacket head coach Bree Simon. We're about 4.5 minutes away from the start of period number 3. It's a second intermission sponsored by Hovland Incorporated. The Yellow Jackets with a 4-1 lead over Beloit here. Elsewhere around the WIAC, River Falls with a goal in the first 38 seconds of the third period has now moved in front of Eau Claire 4-2. That one early in the third. Late in the second quarter down at the Mertz in a game that is live on Yellow Jacket TV as well as 91.3 KUWS. The Yellow Jacket women's basketball team in a battle for playoff position has a 34-27 lead over Minnesota Morris. Yellow Jackets have gotten 11 points from Maddie Riot. 6 from Mackenzie Leschet to lead the way so far. Yellow Jackets a game behind Morris in the Upper Midwest Athletic Conference standings. We're currently coming into the day as the number 3 seed. If the Jackets can defeat the Cougars, we dissected this a little bit last night when Matt Johnson was with us. He's calling the game down at the Mertz right now. We figured if the Yellow Jackets can win today, they would jump into that number 2 spot and would host the UMAC semifinal against Morris at the Mertz on Wednesday. We don't know that for certain because they didn't dive as deeply into all the criteria for the tiebreaker as I normally would have in my old position, but I believe if the math was mathing correctly, that if the Yellow Jackets win today, they would move into second place. Go to host the Cougars again in a couple of days. The Yellow Jacket men will be hosting Minnesota Morris down at the Mertz today, following the conclusion of the women's game. Guessing somewhere between 4:45 and 5:15 will be the opening tip-off of that one. And that'll be the season finale for Coach Greg Polkowski and the Yellow Jacket men. They will not be qualifying for the UMAC tournament. And then playoff hockey is in town tonight here at Westman Arena. The 7:05 face-off as the Yellow Jacket men play host to Stevens Point in the first round of the WIAC tournament. The winner moves on, and the losing team will go home after that one. Winner will move on to the WIAC semifinals next weekend at UW Stout. Jackets swept a couple from the Pointers down at KB Willett Arena in Stevens Point last weekend. They will try to make it 3 in a row over the Pointers here tonight at Westman Arena. 7:05 face-off pregame show will go at 6:30 or at the conclusion of Yellow Jacket men's basketball, whichever comes later. And an interesting note, if you're planning on tuning into that one, that game will not be live on Yellow Jacket TV, but will be available on the WIAC network as the conference has shifted into postseason play, and the WIAC has its postseason contest behind the paywall, so it's a pay-per-view broadcast tonight. The audio stream on KUWS will still be free, but the video stream, you will have to pay for that one over the WIAC network. So people will be tuning in on or going to Yellow Jacket TV going, where in the world is this hockey game? Just know that it is behind a paywall, so you will have to purchase this one. Both teams back on the ice here for the start of period number 3. 14 saves so far for Maddie Wastrel. She defends the goal 2 hour left. The Yellow Jackets and the gray sweaters will be going from left to right in this third period. At the other end, Maddie Bliss back in net for Beloit, defending the goal to our right. She has made 32 saves so far after a 47 save performance last evening. 5-on-5 hockey to start. Anna Sherling in to take the face-off for the Yellow Jackets. That's good to see as she is back after recuperating during the intermission. And the third period is underway. It's in the Yellow Jacket zone. Riley Avalar's got the puck behind the net. She passes it ahead into the neutral zone. Now Sherling up the right wing. Tried to chip it past the defense, but Makala breaks it up. Ludwig takes it at the red line for Beloit, and she dumps it in. The Yellow Jackets quickly back on the attack with Kendall Gustafson on the right wing. A long wrist shot that's going to go wide of the goal. Sherling chasing the puck down left wing corner. Hannah Chady takes it away from her and rotates it back behind her net. It's going to be carried up the left wing. Moved ahead to Claire Dixon, who has stood up at the Yellow Jacket blue line. Now Bugas has it. She gets the red and dumps it into the Beloit zone. JD quickly sends it back the other direction, and Dixon will tip it into Yellow Jacket territory. 1 minute elapsed here in this third period. The Yellow Jackets leading Beloit 4-1 in Westman Arena in Superior. John Garver with you on this Saturday afternoon as the Jackets play it up the left wing and all the way down. Valiant effort there by Eiley Dahl to win the foot race and nullify the icing. But instead, the Beloit defender winning the race, so the faceoff will come back down in the Yellow Jacket zone. Jackets controlling the faceoff. They go to clear, but Anderson's pass is intercepted and driven back into the left wing corner. It's going to come up the right boards now. Eiley Dahl for the Yellow Jackets has it here. Dahl gets it ahead. Parnell now on the right wing board. Knocked off the play. Puck is going to get to the line and has just enough on it to get out to neutral ice. Bugas gets it there, and she'll dump it back down behind the Beloit net. Tate Hutchinson for the Buccaneers. Up the right wing. Now a rink-wide feed over to the left for Addison Grolke, and she dumps it in. It comes off the inboards right out in front. And Taylor Marks able to settle it down for the Yellow Jackets. Marks moves the puck ahead. Yellow Jackets break that one, or excuse me, Buccaneers break that one up and come right back across the Yellow Jacket line. Ludwig in the left circle couldn't settle the bouncing puck down. And Carrick will come back the other way. Aislinn Carrick ahead for Horning on the right wing. The pass out of her reach. Makala chases it down here for Beloit. She'll wrap that one around. Yellow Jackets able to break up the play. Olenek, who's got 2 assists today, has it in the left wing corner. She passes it up to the blue line for Marks. Now back down the boards for Olenek. She's tied up. And Beloit will come back the other way. This is Detch. Losing the handle on it at the Yellow Jacket blue line, so instead of taking a rush, she just dumps it in. Dixon right wing corner. Loses the puck. Kovala, who's got a pair of goals for the Yellow Jackets today, wraps that one around the right side. Horning tried to clear it, doesn't come out. Dixon left circle. Takes a shot, didn't get everything on that one, and it floats in toward the goal. Grabbed with the glove and held by Maddie Wastrel. Faceoff is coming up here in the Yellow Jacket zone. Veda Roski from behind her net. Comes up the right side. Decides to retreat. Gets away from the checker. Yellow Jackets can't get it out. Avalar behind the net for Roski. Now at center, the Yellow Jackets have the play broken up. Avalar follows, picks it up. Riley Avalar across the Beloit line. Avalar left circle, takes it to the net. A shot trying to go high short side, and the save made by Bliss. Now the puck cleared back out in the neutral zone. Avalar to the right side for Steiner. Passing that one ahead for Wharton. It's out of her reach, but icing is waved off. Now Wharton comes out from behind the net. Shot from the sharp angle on the right side. Bliss making the save. Now Steiner throws that one down behind the net. It comes around the left side. Takes a funny hop off the Zamboni door. And Beloit able to take that loose puck and come back the other way. This is Daly dumping it down into the Yellow Jacket zone. It's going to come out to neutral ice now where Sherling has it. Sherling across the Beloit line. Sherling down to the left wing corner. Tries to fend off the checker. Still has the puck and tries to center for Fee. That one's broken up. It kicks all the way up the slot. Carrick takes the wrister there, and that's going to get blocked. Now from behind the goal. Buccaneers come ahead at center. Addison Grolke tips it into Yellow Jacket territory. Long stretch of play here without a stoppage. Been a few of those here this afternoon as you look at the statistics, and it's only been, there haven't been that many faceoffs here today. And get a stoppage in play. That one hops up into the UW Superior bench. So as soon as we start talking about the lack of stoppages in play, we get a stoppage in play. Ludwig behind the Yellow Jacket net. Passes it over to the right wing boards. Maddie Hoffman's got it there. She takes a long shot in toward the goal. A save made by Wastrel. Yellow Jackets pick up the rebound and come back to center ice with it here. Anderson's pass broken up in the neutral zone. Dahl stays with it. And she'll slide that in on the right wing. Puck comes down behind the Yellow Jacket, or the Beloit net, excuse me. Buccaneers will take control there and wrap that one around. Carrick able to hold it in the zone at the right point and float that down to the left wing corner. Ludwig's got it now for Beloit. She circles her net. Passes it ahead on the left wing boards. Jackets break it up and Carrick dumps it back in. Beloit will quickly come back the other direction with Makala. She's tied up at center. And the Yellow Jackets force it back into the Beloit zone. As we pass the 6-minute mark of the third period. Yellow Jackets in front 4-1. Centering pass from behind the net by Klagora doesn't go. Now Klagora picks it up on the left side. It comes under the high slot. At the left point, Roski takes the shot, kicked away by Bliss. Roski gets it back at the left point again. Over to the right circle, it hops the stick of Kovala. Kovala tied up along the end boards. The puck comes loose, and Dixon's got it now for Beloit. She'll get it on the backhand and throw it out to center. The Yellow Jackets are able to break that one up and send it back down into the Beloit zone. In the high slot, Horning takes a wrist shot between the circles. Save made by Bliss. Klagora battling forward in the left wing corner. Now it's swept off her stick by Dixon. Makala picks up the loose puck, and she'll throw that off the left wing boards out to center. Puck bouncing around on the Yellow Jacket side of the red line, and Beloit will control it and dump it back in. Veda Roski picks it up in the middle for Klagora. Her pass ahead picked off, but Roski gets it right back for the Yellow Jackets here. Now Beloit takes control again. Grolke from the top of the right circle has that shot broken up. She gets her own rebound from a sharp angle on the left side, and the save is made by Wastrel. Now Roski throws that ahead to center. It's going to be broken up at the Beloit line, and Addison Grolke has it here. She'll go high off the glass into the neutral zone. Klagora knocking it down, and she'll dump it back into Beloit territory. Klagora picks it up, has a poke checked off her stick, and now it's going to come back out into the neutral zone here. Jackets take control, and Steiner will dump it back in. Puck comes right back out, and Beloit will send it into Yellow Jacket territory. Bugas giving chase. She'll curl back behind her net. Hits the brakes there and feeds Steiner. Now back to Bugas going up the right wing boards. Gustafson chips it past the defense. And Anna Scherling across the Beloit line. Tried to center for Fee going to the net, but it was broken up. Gustafson's got it now. Takes a shot right circle, and it misses. On the left wing board, Addison Fee tied up. Puck's going to come back down the boards. Fee's got it now. Dishes it off for Gustafson, who gets hooked up, coming around the defender. Play continuing on. Puck comes loose again. Gustafson down the right board for Scherling. She comes off the wall, carries it into the slot, takes a backhand shot. That's going to be gloved and held by Maddie Bliss. And we'll get a face-off here in the Beloit zone with 11:14 to play in the third period. Yellow Jackets leading 4-1. Shots 41-16 favoring the Yellow Jackets here. Long shot from the right point by Carrick off the face-off. Held by Maddie Bliss. Jackets win the face-off again. Eiley Dahl on the right wing boards. Sends it down low. Parnell coming in to pick it up. She banks it off the wall over to the left wing corner. Back up to the blue line. Long shot by Maya Anderson catches traffic in front, and Beloit will clear that back out to center ice. Now Daly across the line, broken up inside the Yellow Jacket blue, and they'll send it the other direction. It's going to come all the way down, but icing waved off. 10.5 minutes to go here, third period. 4-1 Yellow Jackets. Behind the net, Parnell centers. That pass broken up. Now Taylor Marks has it for the Yellow Jackets. Behind the net, it hops over the stick of Parnell. Taken here by Dixon. She goes up the left side, but not out. Yellow Jackets holding at the right point, Carrick. Carrick goes behind the goal. Good forechecking shift here by the Yellow Jackets as they've had Beloit pinned for a while. Hello Horning all the way up to the blue line. Leaves it for Marks at the left point, and she'll dump it back down low. Olenek had it in the left corner. Beloit will regain control here with Makala. She's forced to go back over to the right side and goes to clear. Yellow Jackets get it back. Horning. Now her has it taken away from her, and that's cleared back out to neutral ice. The Yellow Jackets quickly back on the attack in transition. Horning, nifty move to get around one. Cuts it back to the middle now. All the way over left circle. Takes a long shot. Glove save will be made by Maddie Bliss. And she will hang on. Get the same gear the Yellow Jackets wear by visiting the Yellow Jackets sideline store. Browse the latest styles of gear, including shirts, hats, sweatshirts, outerwear, and more. The Yellow Jackets sideline store is available at uwsyellowjackets.com/shop. Yellow Jacket Hockey and Bills Distributing are partnering to benefit Folds of Honor. For the 10th year in a row, every time the Yellow Jackets score a goal at home, Bills Distributing will donate $20 to Folds of Honor, helping provide scholarships and educational assistance for the families of fallen or severely wounded servicemen and women and first responders. So today, $80 has been raised. The weekend as a whole so far, and even $100. So still plenty of room for the Yellow Jackets to add to that total here this afternoon. .933 remaining here in this third period. Yellow Jackets leading 4-1. Shots 43-16. Favoring the Yellow Jackets. Means 91 shots on goal on the weekend so far for the Yellow Jackets. 86 saves for goaltender Maddie Bliss. In the left wing corner, Kovala for the Yellow Jackets is knocked down on the play by Makala. Puck scoots up the right wing boards, and it's going to be cleared ahead by Grolke. Kennedy Grolke to Addison Grolke, and she dumps it in. Puck is behind the Yellow Jacket net to the right corner. Addison Grolke out front for Kennedy Grolke. That one's not going to connect. Roski for the Yellow Jackets flips that one out to neutral ice. Dumped right back in by Beloit. And Horning's got it now. Hello, Horning. Stick handling through traffic in the neutral zone. Gets into Beloit territory. Cuts it to the middle. Still has the puck. Comes free to left circle, and the shot blocked in front. There's that opportunity by Aspen Lukazik. Up the right side, Steiner. She'll dump it in. Bouncing puck comes in on goal, and Bliss forced to grab onto that and hold on. And we will get a face-off coming up here in the Beloit zone with 8:20 remaining here in the third period. Yellow Jackets comfortably in front. Looking like they're on their way to their fourth victory of the campaign. Third in a row. But you got to feel good for the crew because they've had such a long season. Women's basketball up 45-30 over Minnesota Morris at the half. Yellow Jackets shooting 54.8% in the opening 20 minutes. Meanwhile, back here at Westman Arena, puck in the Beloit zone, left wing side. Lukazik whiffs on the shot. Comes down to the left wing corner. Jalen Wharton's got it there. Beloit regaining control now, and they're going to come to neutral ice with it. Pass ahead for Detch is behind her. She catches up to it, tried to center from the left side, and the Yellow Jackets' Bugas blocks that. Bugas will carry it to center. Brooke Bugas now crossing the Beloit line. 1-on-5, takes a long shot, and that one's going to be sticked away by Bliss. Sherling in the left wing corner goes behind the net. Anna Sherling playing her 100th game as a Yellow Jacket here this evening. She's got the puck in the left circle, gets around the D, cuts it to the net, takes the shot and misses high. She's in very tight on the goaltender. Tough to get it that high over the net when you're in that tight. She's got it in the neutral zone, crosses the Beloit line, takes the shot. Save is made by Bliss. Centering feed out front, the shot by Sherling, and the save made by Bliss again. Now a shot from the left circle. Bliss makes the save. Doesn't know where the puck is, and she actually has it trapped in her equipment. And we will get a face-off here in the Beloit zone with 6:46 remaining. Shot from the left wing taken by Sherling, and it's sticked away by Bliss. Anna Sherling stacking up some shots here in the third period. In the left wing corner, Fee. She is tied up. Sherling in to help out. She's got it left corner, tried to pull it off the wall. It's poked off her stick. Comes to Marks, top of the left circle. That shot hits traffic in front and bounces wide. Left wing corner, Sherling tied up. Comes up the boards, the clearing attempt knocked down by Addison Fee. Now in the high slot, Gustafson. She gets chopped down. It's going to be a penalty on Beloit. And the Yellow Jackets are going to go back to the power play. Time of that penalty, 13:53. Tripping on Kylie Schreier. Power play number 5 for the Yellow Jackets. They are 2 for 4. This power play is sponsored by Superior Water, Light, and Power. Clean, reliable, Superior. That's SWLP. Shot coming in from the left point, broken up in front. Right corner, Avery Olenek for the Jackets. Passes that one up top for Roski. Roski stick handles, takes the shot, tipped in front. It's blocked. Puck still loose on the doorstep, and Beloit's going to come out with it here. Maddie Hoffman carries it ahead, dumps it all the way down and gives chase. Veda Roski behind her goal. Moves it around onto the left wing for Olenek. She'll cut it into the middle through the center face-off circle. Now she'll curl it back to her own line and feed it ahead for Roski, who comes into the Beloit zone. Throws it into the slot. Eiley Dahl swing and a miss on that one. It goes to the left wing corner. Now along the end board behind the Beloit net. Tied up in the skates of the defender. Jackets come out with it here. Addison Fee carries it into the high slot. Olenek, right circle, takes a shot that goes off the outside of the net. As we duck under 5 minutes remaining here in the third period, Yellow Jackets up 4-1. In the slot, Fee turns, fires the backhand. The save is made. Puck loose right on the goal crease. Jackets digging away for that puck, but Maddie Bliss able to get the glove down and hold it. With 44 seconds left in the Yellow Jacket power play. 4:51 to go here in the third period. 4-1 Yellow Jackets. Next goal would be a Culver's goal as part of the 5-goal free-for-all. I don't know who would be disappointed about free custard. On the right wing boards, Sherling for the Jackets pushes it down to the corner. Maya Anderson up top, right point Sherling, right circle Horning, turns and fires, and the save is made by Bliss as that one got through. On the left wing boards, Taylor Marks, 20 to go in the power play, gives it down low. Gustafson up top, left point Sherling, dangles around one. Sherling now carries it down behind the Beloit net, comes out the right wing side, leaves it along the boards for Horning, up top for Marks. Marks has it in the right circle, throws that one across, looking back door for Kendall Gustafson, but is broken up. Penalized player back on, so we're back to 5 skaters apiece with 4 minutes remaining here in this third period. Jackets up 4-1. Marks behind the goal. It's knocked down on the play. Penalty coming on Beloit as they're going to get Kennedy Grokey for body checking. And it'll be another power play here for the Yellow Jackets. Time of this one, 16:13. 6th power play for the Yellow Jackets. They are 2 for 5. Power play sponsored by Superior Water, Light, and Power. Clean, reliable, Superior. Olenek at the right point. Over to the left side now for Roski. Shot tipped in front by Dahl, and it ends up in the right wing corner. Picked up there and by Kovala now. Kasha Kovala sends it up to the line, but that's going to be deflected back out into the neutral zone. And the Yellow Jackets are forced to regroup. From just inside at the top of the circle, a long shot by Kovala. Save made by Bliss. She'll hold on. Jackets control the draw. Roski left point. Over to the right point for Olenek. She takes a shot that's tipped over the top of the net. Addison Fee on the left wing boards. Gives it to Roski now, who carries down behind the Beloit net. Centering pass out front. Niley Dahl gets a stick on it, but pokes it over to the left corner, Now in the high slot, Dahl. Roski, right point. Her pass is broken up. Back the other way now comes Ludwig shorthanded. She's one-on-one with the goaltender. Takes the shot. She scores. Shorthanded goal. And it's 4-2. Should be an unassisted goal from Natasha Ludwig. Her 3rd of the season. 17-12 the time. Veda Roski tried valiantly to catch up. But was unable to do so, and a quick little wrist shot from Natasha Ludwig beats Wastrel on the stick side, and it's 4-2. Just under a minute to go on the power play.
Natasha Ludwig gets that goal unassisted.
Horning carries it to center now. Ella Horning across the line on the left wing. Pulls up in the corner, now gives to Gustafson left circle. She fans on the shot. Horning gets it back. Gives it up to Marks at the left point. Marks now carries it into the slot, takes the shot. Bliss the save. Rebound was there, and it gets poked away from trouble. Now Gustafson on the left wing boards. Into the high slot, Ella Horning. She fans on the shot. Now in the high slot, the puck is going to be played off the stick of the Yellow Jackets and out into the neutral zone. As we slip under 2 minutes remaining here in the third period. Yellow Jackets up 4-2. Now a clearing attempt goes off a stick. Up into the seats. And with 1:54 to play, we'll get a face-off here into the Beloit zone. Face-off controlled by the Yellow Jackets. Lukazik tried to push it in toward the front of the net, but had that taken away from her. Up to the left point, Bugas holds the zone and drives it down low. Lukazik along the end boards. Gets separated from the puck. And Beloit coming back the other way with Avery Sinclair to center. Sends it ahead for Detch, who tips it in. Steiner circles her net and starts up ice with 90 seconds to play. We'll keep an eye on Maddie Bliss and see when she will head for the bench in favor of the extra attacker. Now the puck played ahead on the left wing. It's tipped into the Yellow Jacket zone. Beloit content to not pull the goaltender here. And the Yellow Jackets are going to be called for the offside. admit, it's kind of strange that only down 2 that they haven't pulled the goaltender in this situation. The minute and 4 left. Face-off is outside the Beloit line. Jackets win the draw. Roski from the left circle, a shot that's going to go wide, and we have less than a minute to play here now in the third period. Coming up immediately following the conclusion of the game, we'll have the post-game show sponsored by Synovus Energy and the Superior Refinery. From the right circle, Maya Anderson with the shot, and the save is made by Bliss. In the left wing corner, it's played ahead on the right wing board now, out to neutral ice. Bouncing puck off the skate of Addison Grolke into the Yellow Jacket zone. Picked up here by Roski. Penalty coming. They're going to get Riley Avalar, I think. She retreats to the penalty box, so it'll be a late power play here for Beloit. 19:34 the time. Oh, they're going to take one each way. They're going to take one each way, it looks like. Avalar was tied up with a Beloit player. We have a discussion going on at the Beloit bench. It's only 25.1 seconds. We got 2 minors on the up on the board. No, I'm not sure what's going on. Did Riley Avalar get 4 minutes here? So it looks like it's going to be a 4-on-3 power play. 4 minutes on the board for Riley Avalar. There's 2 minutes on the board on the Superior, or the Beloit side. That says it's also number 8. I don't think 8 was the player that Riley Avalar was tangled up with, however. Yeah, that's correct. It's going to be Addison Grolke going into the box for Beloit. And we wait. Again, just 25.1 seconds remaining. Shots are 53-17 Yellow Jackets. So they have eclipsed 100 shots for the weekend. So I think what would happen here is if what I think is happening, you take the minor off the board for Beloit. You would take the minor off the board for Riley Avalar, or just leave 2 minutes on the board and it'd be a 5-on-4 power play. That's my guess. The penalty box door is open, so I think that means the Yellow Jackets have to put somebody else in the box, technically, to serve one of the minors. Yes, and that's going to be Eiley Dahl. Third power play here for Beloit with 25.1 seconds remaining. The referees are still sorting some things out. 25 seconds to go. Face off to Wastrel's right. Extra attacker on. So it's 4-on-3 power play technically, I guess. Extra attacker on for Beloit. Jackets win the draw and clear. Hence the 5-on-3 that we are seeing. Puck in the left wing corner, Yellow Jacket zone. Under 10 seconds to play now. Jackets are going to clear that all the way down. Does it have enough to get there? It's just going to go wide. And the horn will sound, bringing this one to a close. Fans were inches away from getting themselves some free custard here this afternoon. Unfortunately, that last one just skipped inches wide of the goal. Doing some quick math here, and then we will jump right into the post-game summary. All right. Show sponsored by Synovus Energy and the Superior Refinery. Coming on the heels of a 4-2 victory for the Yellow Jackets here this afternoon, their third consecutive win. They close the regular season with a win and will head into the postseason where they will travel to UW River Falls, I believe. Let me see if that one went final here. It did go final, so River Falls defeating Eau Claire 6-3 this afternoon. They are the WIAC champion, and that's who the Yellow Jackets will see in their first round series next weekend. But at any rate, let's review what happened here this afternoon. It's actually Beloit that opened the scoring early in this one. Just 90 seconds in, they take the 1-0 lead. Julia Fusi scoring her third goal of the season. A bit of a fluky goal as the puck was behind the Yellow Jacket net. And Fusi tried to center, went off of a Yellow Jacket defender at the left side of the net. And over the shoulder of Maddie Wastrel. That was 90 seconds into the period, third of the season for Fusi. Kennedy Grolke and Claire Dixon got the assists. And it was 1-0 Beloit just 90 seconds into the game. The Yellow Jackets got their footing underneath them as that first period advanced. And then were able to tie the game at 18-20 on a power play. Kasia Kovala scoring her second goal of the season. Getting a rebound off an Avery Olenek shot right at the top of the goal crease and hammering it home. Veda Roski also had an assist. That was at 18-20 the first period. Yellow Jackets and Beloit were tied 1-1. Shots on goal in the first period, the Yellow Jackets had 20 and Beloit had 6. Then in the second period, it was a little bit of a slow go in the first half of the frame. And then after the media timeout, Yellow Jackets came down. They had the pedal down, scoring 3 times in a span of 2 minutes and 18 seconds to blow the game wide open. First goal coming at 10:52. A power play goal. Veda Roski scoring her third. It appeared it was going to be a broken play as Avery Olenek's path was taken away right at the blue line, but Roski pounced on the loose puck. From the top of the right circle, wired a shot over Bliss's glove hand. Her third of the season. Addison Fee and Avery Olenek the assists at 10:52. And it was a 2-1 lead for the Yellow Jackets. They then got the eventual game-winning goal at 12:01. Second of the game and third of the season for Kasia Kovala. The loose puck between the circles in the offensive zone finding her, and she was able to snap a shot through that Bliss got a piece of, but not enough. And that one trickled in. Second of the game, third of the season for her. Ella Horning had the assist. That was, again, 12:01 of the second period. 3-1 Yellow Jackets. They then closed out the scoring. Less than a minute later at 13, or just over a minute later, excuse me, at 13:10. Stacy Steiner getting her third of the season. Her initial shot was blocked. She stayed with the puck as it ended up in the right wing corner. Tried to throw it in front. It went off the goaltender and in. Unassisted goal at 13:10 of the second period. And the Yellow Jackets were in front 4-1 after 2. Shots in the second period. The Yellow Jackets had 16 for a 2-period total of 36. And Beloit had 9 for a 2-period total of 15. In the third, the only goal came at 17:12, a shorthanded goal for Beloit. Third goal of the season for Natasha Ludwig as she was able to get the puck at her own blue line and work her way past the Yellow Jacket defense. Veda Roski tried valiantly to catch up to her, but she wasn't able to. And from right around the hash marks, Ludwig took the shot and beat goaltender Maddie Wastrel on the stick side. Her third, unassisted at 17:12, making the final score 4-2. Shots on goal in the third period. The Yellow Jackets at 17 for a game total of 53. Beloit had 2 for a game total of 17. Penalties in the game today. Yellow Jackets took 4 penalties for 8 minutes. And Beloit had 7 penalties for 14 minutes. On the power play, the Yellow Jackets 2 for 6, while Beloit was 0 for 3. Maddie Wastrel will get the victory and goal for the Yellow Jackets today. She finishes the game with 15 saves, and her record on the season is now 3-5. At the other end, Maddie Bliss, who was fantastic last night, was pretty good here again this afternoon. She finishes with 49 saves, and her record on the year now sits at 1-10. With the victory today, the Yellow Jackets improved to 4-20-1 overall, 4-8 in the WIAC. Beloit will see its season come to an end with a record of 2-23 on overall and 0-12 in the WIAC. 3 stars of the game here this afternoon. Our number 3 star we're going to give to Beloit goaltender Maddie Bliss. She was the number 1 star last night. She'll be the number 3 today. 49 saves for her after making 47 last night. So do some quick math. 96 saves on 101 shots. Not too shabby. Pretty good save percentage. She's going to be star number 3. Number 2 star today will be Yellow Jacket junior defender Veda Roski. She scored the power play goal midway through the second period, her 3rd of the season. She was really, really good, I thought, all over the ice tonight. And was easily the best defender the Yellow Jackets had. She had a really good contest. She'd be star number 2. Number 1 star today will be Kasha Kovala, who scored a pair of goals, including the first one of the game and the game winner, to help the Yellow Jackets earn their 3rd consecutive victory here today. So number 3 star, Beloit goaltender Maddie Bliss. The number 2 star, Veda Roski. Number 1 star, Kasha Kovala. As we mentioned, UW River Falls victorious this afternoon over UW Eau Claire, so they win the WIAC. The first round of the playoffs on the women's side of the bracket is set. Next weekend, UW Stevens Point will be at UW Eau Claire, while UW Superior will be at UW River Falls. That is a 2-game plus mini-game series. And the Yellow Jackets will be on the road from here on out. This was the final home game of the 25-26 season for the Yellow Jacket women, and they closed it out with 3 consecutive victories. So a season where they took some of lumps with a very young squad, finishing off very, very well with 3 consecutive wins. Want to thank Bradley Lellis, for our engineer on site here, for figuring out some of our difficulties and making sure that we were still providing a good product for you here on Yellow Jacket TV. For Bradley Lellis, I am John Garber, reminding you, final score here again this afternoon. The Yellow Jacket women close out the regular season with a 4-2 victory over Beloit. Thank you very much for making us a part of your Saturday afternoon. And what the heck, why not? Why not join us again here tonight for Yellow Jacket men's playoff hockey right here at Westman Arena. Until then, good night from Superior, Wisconsin.